Good morning, and welcome to your weekly message from First Congregational Church, Milford, New Hampshire. I'm your pastor, Al Hoyt. Today is Thursday, January 20th. So, coming up on some important things in the next 2 weeks. First and foremost, if you owe Carol a report for the annual report, it is due today. If she does not receive it today, it will not be included in the annual report, which means that the congregation won't get to read it in time to act on anything that needs to be acted on. So if you're one of those one or two that haven't got your report in, you have until 2 o'clock today. This Sunday, Cindy will be conducting worship almost entirely. I will be here, but this is Cindy's chance to kind of show off her chops and show what she can do. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, adult Bible study will start at 9. At 11:15, following worship, the church teaching committee will meet with Cindy immediately following, after she's had a chance to bathe in her accolades. Wednesday, January 26th, church council will be meeting. It'll be a hybrid meeting. Look for the link. Thursday, January 20th at 10 a.m., Cindy will be doing her Making of the Bible study. And then at 7:30 at night will be choir rehearsal. On Sunday, January 30th, 2022, the annual meeting of the church will be held. This will be a hybrid meeting. If you come in person, you will be required to wear a mask. If you come by Zoom, if you're going to attend by Zoom, and we encourage everyone who possibly can to attend one way or the other, attendance will be taken at the beginning of the meeting only. So in order to establish a quorum, we'll do that. So make sure you call or dial in. If you're going to be doing it remotely, call or dial in as soon as possible so that we get the quorum that we need. Bear with me. Call to the 183rd annual meeting. The 103rd annual meeting of the First Congregational Church, United Church of Christ, Milford, New Hampshire, will be held in the church sanctuary on Sunday, January 30th, 2022, immediately following the Sunday worship service. The Sunday service is at 10 a.m., and the church and parish house are located at 10 Union Street in Milford, New Hampshire. The 2021 annual reports of all staff, officers, boards, committees, and organizations of the church will be presented and acted upon. Resolution number 1. Be it resolved that the nominating committee will extend its work to June 2022 to find candidates for vacant 2022 board positions. This request is being made to facilitate the limitations to in-person programs in 2021 and a general hesitancy of members with health concerns to interact in person. There. So with the Omicron variant coming on and with the virus numbers going in the wrong way, yesterday's daily devotional was actually pretty spot on. I kind of really enjoyed it. We had been talking among our clergy friends and on the clergy committee that I sit on for the New Hampshire conference. We're talking about what church is going to look like once this COVID pandemic eases up or goes away. And I feel very strongly that church is going to be significantly different than it was. Not all of it in a bad way, but it is going to be different. One easy example is that we will continue to live stream via YouTube. So yesterday's daily devotional was written by John Edgerton. He's one of the still speaking writers. And I really thought this was appropriate for the time we're in right now. John quotes from Luke 5:37 through 39. Jesus told them this parable. No one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the new wine will burst the skins. The wine will run out and the wineskins will be ruined. No new wine must be poured into new wineskins, and no one, after drinking the old wine, wants the new, for they say the old is better. And John wrote, Between 2008 and 2019, I led worship approximately 1,200 times, give or take 100. Leading services 3 times a week for almost 8 years really ran up the numbers. I went from wobbly and nervous to loose and confident. I'm not boasting, I'm just pointing out that practicing something 1,000 times really helps. Since the pandemic began, I've led worship maybe 100 times. And those 100 times have been at least 4 or 5 formats that were new to me. Live on Zoom, pre-recorded on YouTube, live streamed in the sanctuary, outdoors on the lawn, or a hybrid of all of the above. I'm back to wobbly and nervous. And I don't like it. I miss the old wine of well-known ways of worship. I've tasted the new, and I would say the old is better. It's okay if the time of worship during COVID isn't your favorite. It's okay if it doesn't measure up to what it used to be. No one should expect it to. This is a time of new wine. This is a time to be given room to breathe and expand, to become whatever it will become. Our job as the church is to learn new lessons and strengthen new muscles. Our job as the church is to stretch and flex, because we aren't the wine. We are the wineskins. And John offers this prayer. God, this time is hard for us. Help us to worship you in beauty and in truth, in new ways. Amen. That really touched a string with me. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. So as I said, we're all new to this. We're exploring and expanding, and I think when we can finally get back together and to do worship, it's going to look a little different than it did before. There will be some new practices that we will have to incorporate. There'll be some new people. There'll be a lot of other new things happening. And I don't think it's all bad. I think it's just different. So until we meet again, please take good care of yourself. Please stay warm. Please take good care of each other. And God bless.